What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. So, I think his name is Evan Newman. No relation to Victor Newman, right? Different spellings, I believe. This guy flees the country, winds up in Belarus trying to get asylum for the Capitol riots. The reason why I got to talk about things like this is because the hypocrisy is blatantly obvious on all sides and utterly ridiculous. So where should we go? Here we go to Blue Lives Matter. So you're charged with basically assaulting officers at the Capitol riot as a white guy. You gotta assume he's a conservative or Republican because that's a far right wing thing that insurrection. So all of a sudden, personal responsibility goes out the window. Complying goes out the window. But he's white, different story. Is anybody surprised by this? Absolutely not. But my thing is, if I'm not mistaken, the president of Belarus thought it was lawlessness. Thought it was over the top. So now you're going to go to a country and seek asylum in a country, and that country's president is like, that's some criminal behavior. So ironically, you want to seek refuge as a criminal for political purposes. Now let's talk. Should I bring up illegal immigration? Straightforward. I should have just hinted like I just did. I mean, whatever. Blatant hypocrisy. The other thing, the guy's white. And what I mean is, if I'm not mistaken, so far the person who got the roughest charges in this whole scenario is a black guy. Most of these other white people got slaps on the wrist. So why would you think you're gonna get something other than a slap on the wrist? I mean, let's be honest, it's America. They're gonna say you are, a good, wholesome guy. I mean, they were babying a guy in jail and making sure he ate whole foods. Like, what the? But let's take this a step further. So you got caught in an insurrection, and I remember that his issue probably isn't the insurrection. His issue probably isn't assaulting an officer. His issue is fleeing the country. That's probably his biggest issue because, if I'm not mistaken, they blacklisted a lot of those people from travel after that. So somehow either it's incompetence and he didn't get blacklisted, or he went around the system to get his behind to Europe. So he's got some underworld abilities. Let's just say it like that. But would you be surprised? No. Like, I did a story not too long ago, maybe a month, 2 months ago, about how there's like a 3-country team task force that was basically getting, I want to say, cocaine, marijuana, and fentanyl off of barge ships. So, and it was a huge bust. And I'm like, How many of those ships been passed already that dropped off product? A lot, but it's a whole nother story. And then, but to this guy's ironic credit, it makes people on the left go see that's white privilege, because nobody else would have been able to get away with this type of stuff. Nobody, no other group, white, and that includes Italian, that includes Irish, that includes Jewish. It's something white people could do. This is some Roman Polanski type stuff. Not the crime, but the fleeing. And in the country allowing you to be free enough to flee after you commit a crime. So for me, I'm like, why are you surprised? This is par for the course. I mean, this is how things go down. And then people go, no, it's not like that. It's America. Yeah, that's the point. It's America. Yeah, it's America. That's how things go down. But you tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.